Okay, have the Akita in the middle, please. Okay, now what we're going to do now is do Piggy in the middle. I just want you to watch who your dog looks at. But if he looks at a dog, praise him, but pay attention.
Good girl.
He's looking at the Aussie. Now here comes Romeo. He's just dismissed Romeo. Looking at the Aussie again. Okay? And so we just pray. There's a good dog. It's all right. So turn her back to the Aussie. All right, does everyone see that? Yeah. So you know exactly what's going to happen if you let the dogs off leash. Okay? Now, it could be just that the Aussie's having fun doing the tug, and we have kind of like a policeman dog here, a killjoy, that says, no one has fun apart from me. But when we do Piggy in the middle, you guys keep walking. Good dog. So we look at the Aussie again. We're watching the Aussie. So make sure you got a really tight leash on the end there. So I would turn her back. So next time she sees the Aussie, say, good dog, turn your back to it and praise. Very good. Let's have the Akita walk round and the Aussie in the middle. So again, as we do class after class, I mean, we hope we're going to get them off leash, say week 6. You want to know who you're not going to let off leash together at the beginning.
Very nice. You're happy with it.
Good. Why don't you just take why don't you just go behind there, just take a quick break. Why don't you come out with your boxer again and just stand over here. We'll give you a nice corner. Good. So is your Aussie looking at anyone in particular? Little look at Romeo. So I'll try holding him for a while, give you a break. There's the leash. You sit down and just take a, hey guy, come on. I know, it's very silly. They're just, hey, no. There's a good dog. There's a good dog. Okay? There's a good dog. Hey, no. You're not going after Romeo. There we go. Good dog, good dog, good dog, good dog. So this guy will take a lot of energy. Steady. No. Good dog. There's a good dog. Oh, good dog. It's okay. Oh, good dog. That's very good. I'm impressed. Very good dog. Very good dog. Now, this guy, we're not going to get... Steady. Good dog. There's a good dog. Hey, no, look at me. Come here. You look good dog. There we go. Come on, in here. You look at me. Yeah, we don't need to look at the other dogs. Good dog. So this guy, I don't think we'll get off leash, that we're muzzled. But no, don't do that to me. Yeah, and don't do it to other dogs too. Do I have to put my thumb down your collar? Good dog. Even though we're muzzled, he's going to go in fast, and it's relentless, okay? So it's just, I think, a little too much for him doing the growl class. So you can either sit here with him, with his back to the action, if you can, and praise him. Good dog. And you were going to give me another little muzzle punch, weren't you, right in the face? I know that. So I got my glasses on, see? Good dog. It's okay. There's a good dog. There's a good dog. Okay. There's a good dog. Yeah. And we're really hot. So I think we're just getting a little too upset. So we'll put you back there so you can watch. Okie doke. Come on, sausage. Go with mum. All right, everybody. What do we have? Let's have your dog in the circle. Aussie out. Aussie out. Walk round. You in the circle. In the circle. Good. Walk round, guys. Keep walking. There's no need for anyone outside to stop walking. Good.
Those good doggies. See all those good puppies.
That's nice praise. Very nice. Hands up and take 2 steps back.
Watch
There
me.
we go. There's a good dog. Very
Good
nice.
job.
Good dog.
Good job.
There's
There
a
you
good
go.
dog.
Whoops, I dropped it. Where is
It's
it?
okay. They'll find it.
Good boy.
So what we're trying to do here is to get them functional for the street. That there will never, shush please, there'll never be a situation as spooky as this. They just won't be in it. It's not just that other dogs are around, it's the fact that the other dogs are vibrating too. Okay? And so if you can do it here, you're definitely going to be able to get your dog back walking on the street. All right? Keep walking, everybody. Praise him. Good dog. Who did he bark at last time?
Boy.
Romeo. Everyone barks at Romeo. What is it?
What is that?
It's a good dog. Hey. Wah! No, stop it. Sit. Good dog.
boy.
And call him, come and sit again. Come and sit. Come and sit. Come and sit. And do it 3 times. Good treat. And come and sit. Good.
Good boy. Good.
Yeah. Now, I think you were relaxing a little there.
There.
So with your leashes, guys.
I had that, but
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't have this.
no, I know. Yeah. So leash is 2 hands. This is your dog will never get away from you. This is your sensitive control hand. I do this too.
Such a good boy.
Loose leash. We don't want him lunging 6 feet because at 6 feet he could have you over. Legs apart. You never take your attention off your dog. Praising him. There's a good dog. Good dog. There's a good dog. I know. Yeah. Good dog. Oh yes, it's a good dog. Very nice. Here we go back again. Let's have your dog in the center. This is Smudge. Yep. Smudge in the center. Watch your dogs. Good. Walk round. I got him. Okay, all right. What I would like now is, what are we down to now? We got, stay at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've lost a dog. We got, oh, you're there. You come out, yeah. Good. You're going to be, so we got 6 dogs, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's pair them up. So let's have the Aussie with here. Okay. You with this guy.
The little guy?
Yeah, you're outer circle though.
All right.
And you with Romeo. Okay. So Dobie, Akita, and what is this guy? Border Collie. Yeah, your outer circle.
All right.
You're going to walk clockwise. You 3 are the inner circle. So Romeo, come here. Come here. Good dog. There's a good boy. You watch him. He's eyeballing. Good dog. There's a good dog, Romeo. I'm very impressed. Very impressed. You're a good dog. There's a good dog. You're going to walk anti-clockwise. Dogs on the left. No, you're going clockwise. Outer circle clockwise. The clocks go this way round.
This way.
Yeah, dog on the left. Yeah. Have we got that? You're clockwise, dog on the left. Everyone dog on the left, forward. No, you are anti-clockwise. Yeah. Good, let's go. No, stop, listen. Oh, who's in the outer circle? Who is in the outer circle? 1, 2, 3, you're walking clockwise. Who's on the inner circle? You're walking anti-clockwise, counterclockwise. You got it? Good, let's go. Let's go. And stop. Okay. With Romeo, we've had 3 pass-bys. 1 was annoying. 2 were brilliant. So he's got to know that. And I will let him know I don't like the annoying one. And I just say, quit it, Romeo. You really are a pain.
Romeo,
but
quit it.
Passing the other 2 dogs was brilliant. Okay? Passed your dog, and he's right close to this one. And he's being really good until I started talking to you, of course. Then he started, off we go. Every time you pass a dog, you praise like you can't believe, trying to get the dog to look up at you. Now the inner circle, if you could expand a little. And keep walking, good. And get ready for it next time. Get him praising, praising, praising. Good dog. Yeah. Try and interact with your dog before it happens. So it's now, good boy, Romeo. Dog on the left, dog on the left. Oh. Everyone stop. All right. The reason we do. I have to shush because I've lost my sound on the speaker. The reason we do outer circle clockwise, inner circle counterclockwise, dog on the left is so the dogs don't bump into each other. So it's dog, person, person, dog. All right? Now you know when it's going to happen, right? So if we had a much bigger room here, so outer circle, I want you to go right round the square. Outer square, we'll call you from now on. Inner circle, I want you to go within 2 meters of the outside. You know when it's going to happen. Stop it happening. It ain't no surprise. When's your dog going to go off? When he passes another dog. Your mission, Mr. and Ms. Phelps, should you accept it, is to stop the dog reacting. And praise him if he doesn't. Every time you pass a dog and he doesn't react, this is incredible. It's to celebrate.
Romeo.
Are we ready? And forwards.
Let's go. Come on, good job. Look at you.
Watch him. Good boy, good boy. Well done with Romeo. Oh, well done. Oh, Romeo, man. That was very good. And space out, guys, so you speed up. Speed up, speed up, speed up, speed up this much. You speed up. Continue walking. And yeah. And stop. Now if your dog's reacting, I'd much rather you use your voice, don't use a leash jerk. Okay, because it's associated with everything here. So if the leash is tight, pull it back, release it. It's very important not to use a leash jerk. Why? Because if we get to the point where he's off leash, you've got no correction. So if you don't like what they do, just tell them. And again, I don't want you to frighten them, you know, and we're building up the confidence by saying, good dog, there's a good boy, you're doing a good job, you're doing a good job. Quit it, worm. Good dog, there's a good dog, there's a good dog. Use your voice. Use your voice. You know, you never want to put your hands on a dog or use a leash to get him to do anything, because you are screwed the moment you let the dog off leash. You have no control. So try not to jerk the leash. If you've been trained to do it that way, then just wrap the leash around your neck when you're walking, and that will stop the leash jerks. All right? Everyone tell your dogs to lie down. Hand signal. And down. Let's have Dobie down. Now, what gives dogs confidence? Owners are happy. Owners are laughing. Owners are doing silly stuff. I mean, that would only worry a German Shepherd, who would say, stop it, that is not German. Stop having a good time, yeah? So, but also, having them do anything they know how to do. Sit, down, stand, high five, roll over, anything. Okay? When you tell a dog to do something, if he does it, okay, it gives the dog confidence. So when you're walking the dog, if you just walk and do nothing, you will end up with a dog that starts to forge, then pulls on leash, and now he's primed to react. So the exercise is when you walk. I think all these dogs are ready to go out on the street. All of them. Every 25 yards, do something. If you don't want to stop, then speed up or slow down. It's a change you can do while in motion in a straight line. Okay? Every time you change speed, you'll get the dog's attention back. You're engaging the dog. I would like to see it, though, that you stop and you do a little routine, and it can be sit down, woof, shush. Because the other thing you want to communicate to these dogs is shush. Sit and shush. Don't bark, because it G's up the other dogs. What I'd really like to see is you stop and you just have a little dance with your dog. So let's try that. Now, when we dance with the dog, you're providing a stimulus to the other dogs that's bigger in terms of them reacting to it. So the dancing, all dogs have to be looking at you doing a routine. So learn how to mesmerize them. So you're dancing, pop, pop, and do 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 bum bum. Because if he's looking at me, not looking at anyone else. Okay? So everyone walk round. Imagine you're on the street now. You're walking down Main Street, and you're going to stop and have a little dance. There you go, dance. You're outside the hardware store, outside the bank. Good. And walk again. And then praise gently from the heart. Tell the dogs you're being so good. You're being so good. And stop. And look what's happened. Everyone's walking clockwise. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah, I saw first one person change, then two, then the last person going anti-clockwise thought, what am I doing? And stop that. Good dog. Come here. So this is a guy that can have more tricks than any other dog quickly. Turn him around. Shush. Turn him around. And sit.
Sit.
Good.
Down.
So when you're out in the environment, there's always a bad place to look and a good place to look. I like to get the dog's bum directed towards the bad place. Sorry, I didn't mean to be pointing towards you, Terry, when I said that. So turn the dogs around so they're looking at you. And their rear end is facing towards whatever the distraction is, the other dog. Okay? Everyone have your dogs lie down?
Romeo down. Romeo down.
So with Romeo, we definitely need woof and shush. So we'll just say this very quickly. You can't teach shush without teaching woof on cue first, because every time you're trying to get him to shush is when he wants to bark. So you teach him to bark on command. Number one, you say, Rover, speak. Number two, an accomplice rings the doorbell or knocks on the door. Number three, the dog barks. Number four, you praise the dog. Number one, you say, Romeo, shush. Number two, you give him a food treat to sniff. The instant he sniffs, he stops barking. So then we praise him. Good shush 1, good shush 2, good shush 3. We give him the treat. We repeat woof shush. Each time we do it, we increase a second on the shush time. And we count it out. Good shush 1, good shush 2, good shush 3. You do this on the walk. Every 25 yards, woof shush. So now, if he goes off, you can say, Romeo, sit and shush. And eventually, Romeo sit means sit and shush. Well, we have a break now. Phew. And our next 8 dogs will be coming in after the break. So watch this space. By the way, I don't care mobile phones being left on. Doesn't bother me at all. I mean, we have phones for a reason, right? So there's no need to turn it off. I just think it's funny with some of the ringtones that go off. And I never turn mine off. The only time mine goes off is in an airplane. No, I have it for a purpose in case, Jamie or Kelly want to contact me. I hope no one else knows my cell phone number, so I don't get many calls on it. Right, just a recap on the dogs we just saw. So we started with actually 9 in that group, and one where it was just too fearful even to come here. So from reading through the bite fight history, the dog's just scared of its own shadow. The dog would just crumble in here. You're not doing the dog any good. The boxer was just heating up like you can't believe, and I think it's making him worse being here. He needs one-on-one. He needs another 25 yards at least. We were outside with him, and you walked by with your white poodle, and he's totally cool, and that was about 30 yards. But then he reacted later when he got close. So, I'd like to start off with 100 yards from him. You can use a dog park for this, You just don't go in. No, I'm being serious. You can get a hell of a lot of bang for your buck out of a dog park by standing a good, 70 to 100 yards from it, and as dogs run up to the fence, you praise and classically condition the dog, and then you can move closer and closer till you're right by the fence. When you can do that, because those dogs are amped up because the fence is between them. That's even worse than having the dog on leash. So you can do a lot of good work there. So I think it's what the boxer needs. So we're going to keep him in here. He's in here right now, but he can see what's going on, sort of, and the owner there is going to use the whole day to give him feedback and praise and what have you. So we may occasionally hear him erupt, if we send someone else down back over there, but by and large, I want him chilled down, and I'll feel his temperature in a minute. After half an hour or so, and hopefully he's calmed down so he can benefit from being here. Because you're in a room with 8 other reactive dogs. The Aussie is still, where's the Aussie owner? Still running hot. I think when we come back for the next session, we'll have your dog settle down so we can watch rather than moving it. It's a little too complicated. Romeo, dear Romeo, got to loosen this leash. That a couple of people who are watching, and it's easy to be sitting and watching rather than standing up here and trying to look at everything. They say that the leash gets tight, off he goes. You've got to have that loose leash. You've got to have the loose leash. The tight leash, you are sunk. That's how you G a dog up if you're trying to train him for protection work. You gently tighten that leash and let him have some. You basically do what every dog owner does by accident. But when you're trying to learn it, to teach a dog to go woo 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 at the end of the leash, it's actually a very difficult skill to teach. So there may be a job for you there, working in a ring sport or a Schutzhund club to get their shepherds which are shy to go off at the end. Loose leash, loose leash, loose leash, loose leash. Stop, turn around, come back. But basic loose leash walking, and so that's done, you'll see tomorrow in the games, that the way we teach loose leash walking is very different from other people. We teach off leash following. Well, you can't teach off leash following with him tomorrow in the game session with 24 other dogs here, but you can around your house. You do slalom chairs around the table, upstairs like this. Can the dog follow you? Then in the yard, then someone else's yard, someone else's yard. Then you teach him to heel off leash. So now he knows the position, and you do that lure reward training, but no leash. Heel and sit, heel and sit, heel and sit. Then you put the leash on while he's heeling, but you don't hold it. If the owner holds the leash, they're going to tighten it. You put it round your neck, let it dangle. And that keeps your brain alert, because if that dog lunges, the leash is gone and you've screwed up. Then eventually we do on-leash walking, which I think is much more difficult, for owners to master. But you can't teach on-leash walking unless, number one, the dog wants to be by your side. So they are all the following and the centripetal exercises, all the dancing exercises, all the silly stuff you do with dancing, like, circles and figure of eights, and then walking figure of eights like this, and then back up, come four, back up, come four. And all of these teach the dog or give him the notion to want to stay close. Then heeling teaches him absolute position. The biggest mistakes he'll make when heeling are too far ahead, too far behind, so we put speed up and slow down on cue. You walk, you say, number 1, Rover hustle. Number 2, you speed up. Number 3, the dog speeds up. Number 4, you praise. Number 1, you say steady. Number 2, you slow down. Number 3, the dog slows down. Number 4, you praise. You've got to get hustle and steady on cue. So now we can keep him here in the heel position. So then you put the leash on, and we don't have the problem. You see, leash pulling, which everyone deals with, all this way to deal with leash pulling dogs. We have halters, we have harnesses, we got jerks, we got shock collars, we got that ain't the problem. I always say, come on, walk with your dog. Oh, he's pulling on leash. Snip. There's your problem. Your dog's in Portland. You see, that's it. The dog doesn't want to walk by your side. And that's where the tug toy comes in. You have got to be more important to your dog than the environment. And whenever something in the environment overrides the attention, a squirrel, in this case another dog, or a child on a skateboard, you've got to deal with it. Because if it happens now, it could happen at other times. You always want to be able to turn your dog on, 2 steps back, sit, look at you. And that's why lovely exercise to do in the kitchen is you weigh out the dog's food and you go back up and come for and sit and treat. Back up, come for and sit and treat. I want it absolutely emblazoned on the dog's brain that when you say, Romeo, come, he just comes and sits. Kind of like the Aussie was doing. The Aussie is amped up, but we're doing some nice come for and sits. Okay? All right, let's have the next crew come in. Go run and get your dogs. I think we got 9 in this group now.